Okay, very good morning, all of you. Today
Good morning, sir.
today we'll discuss about the database design. In that section, we'll discuss about some three layers or three levels of database design, which discuss how will design a entity, how will create some attributes of entity, and how will add some data types to that entity. So before starting the database design, in last section we discussed about some important key. In that there was a primary key, second one is a composite primary key. After that we discussed about the foreign key. These concepts are very useful while designing the database. Okay. See, in that section we did a basic theory question, the theory lectures for how to design the database, how we'll do the normalization, how we'll do the relationship management before starting actual query process, or before starting actual working on SQL, structured query language. Like there are the commands of DDL, DML, data definition language, data manipulation language, like that. We didn't start yet. What is the reason behind that? See, while developing any database, we at least know what are the rules, protocols are available to develop that application. See, in the market there are lots of jobs are available, like Python developer is there, in that Hadoop developer is there, Hadoop administrator is there. All these technology required a knowledge of database, and they provide a ETL process. In that extract, transform, like that operation will done. So they contain a huge amount of unstructured data. Major of company, we already discussed about the NoSQL, and we discussed about the relational database management model also. So in that case they contains a huge amount of data, and we need to process that data. For that we required the knowledge of database design for RDMAs also, and that for NoSQL, not only SQL also. So for that, the first step towards the database design is, the first steps to the DBMS is a database design. Okay, and we'll do by using the concept. We'll do that by using the concept of workbench. In that case, today we'll discuss about what is a database design, how we'll do that, what are the some key features to develop the database design, and afterwards we will start the installation of MySQL workbench. There are lots of tools that are available to develop that application. In that we need to create some ER diagram, entity relationship diagram. Make a note of that. These diagrams are useful while developing the project. Okay, you heard about that ER diagrams, and that diagrams are useful. And whenever we create that diagram, by using that diagram we can also create the database. Make a note of that by using forward engineering concepts. So we'll do that. We'll check. First of all, today only we'll discuss about what is a database design and how we will do that. Okay, so the first thing is a database design. In that section, it is the process of producing detailed data model. It is the process of producing a detailed data model of a database. That means we all know that what is a database. Database is a collection of data. In that we provide the schema. By using that schema we will accept or we will store the information of data. Okay, so we'll store that information of data by using a schema. What is a schema? Schema is nothing but, in that we define the attributes having with their data types, and afterwards we are storing the data into that database. Okay, so it is a fully attribute data model, contains a detailed attribute for each entity. See, I already discussed about that, some rules of relational database management. In that we discussed that the attribute must have unique. Okay, there is a no redundant data redundancy in the attribute. Okay, so like that stuff we need to take care about. So while designing the application, it is a process of producing the detailed data model. Okay, it can be thought of as a logical design. Just we need to understand the concept of that logical design. See, if you want to develop any application, or if you want to just write one program which will find out the even and odd number, forget about the text, forget about the syntax. Okay, just we need to focus on the business logic. We can do this program by using Python, we can do this program by using C, C++, Java. There are lots of syntaxes available, but there is only one main logic is available to find out whether the given is even number or odd number, like that stuff. While designing any application, before that we need to understand, we need to think, we need to apply business logic to develop the database design. So it can be thought of the logical design of the base data structure used to store the data. It is used to store the data. While storing the data, just we need to imagine, for example, I want to store the data. For example, I want to store the data of something called as a student table. In that, just we need to understand what are the attributes to store the data. When we think about the university, what are the tables are available to create the data. So when we think about the hospital, in that section we also discuss what are the attributes are available to store the data. So just we need to understand this concept, and according to that we need to work. According to that we need to work for while creating the database design. Make a note of that. Okay. So the first of all we'll discuss about what are the key benefits are available for database design and how we will do that. So the first key benefits of the database design is the database structure is easy to modify and maintain. Okay. When we create a database structure, it is very easy to modify and maintain. So if you want to change some attributes, if you want to change some attributes, then we can easily modify and we can easily maintain. One attribute is not depending on the another attribute, so we need to take care of that. If we trying to remove one attribute, so that will not affect on the other data. Okay. The second, the data is easy to modify. Once we create the attribute and we are starting to store the data into the databases, then we can easily modify the data, okay, which is stored in the databases. Okay, so when I trying to remove the data, when I trying to modify the data, if I'm trying to change the data, then it will not affect on other data. Okay, so just we need to take care of that. So third one is information is easy to retrieve. If you want to retrieve the information from any database, any table, we all know that database is nothing but collection of tables, and in that tables we store the information. So while retrieving that information, we need to understand this concept. So information is easy to retrieve. Okay. Third one is end user application are easy to develop and build. User application, for example, the application of front end or the application which wants to retrieve the data, which wants to store the data, so like that application is called as end user applications, are easy to develop and build. So the meaning of that, this is the theory of it. Okay, so the meaning of, just make a note of that. Just try to join lecture as early as possible. So ये ऐसा disturb हो जाता है फिर lecture. Make a note of that, all students. The meaning of the what we say database design is the meaning of database design, just we need to modify, retrieve and build that application so we can store the data as a user requirement. So just we need to take care about a database design. In that case, we need to take care of certain things. So in that section, so we need to focus on the certain things. These are the 8 things. While developing any design application, while developing any database design process, we need to take care of these 8 steps. So among that, we learn about few steps. We need to learn about some normalization relationship. We'll discuss about that after the session of that database design. After the installation of Microsoft Workbench, MySQL Workbench, we will start learning about the relationship management system and the normalization tool. In that there is lots of rules are available, 1NF, 2NF, 3NF, BCNF. So these concepts are very useful while developing the application. See, being a SQL developer ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए just I am able to learn how to retrieve the data, just I am able to learn how to store the data, just I am understanding how to update the data. मतलब जैसे जो code options होते हैं ना, for example insert, update, delete, retrieve, so ये सब work नहीं होता है. So being as a database administrator, you need to design a database. Okay, so you need to create some diagram. By using that, you need to design a database model, and after that you need to create the database. Also after that you need to maintain that database also. Okay, so database is not a small thing, it is a very big thing, it is a backend. Okay, while developing any application we require a backend, and without backend we cannot create a dynamic applications. Okay, standalone application that there is a mechanism of dynamic, so we cannot able to do that. So for that, database design is the most important. So in that database design process we need to follow these 8 steps. We need to follow these 8 steps. We'll discuss about one by one, and afterwards we'll create also, after some time we will create one database design, and that we'll discuss and we'll do that. Okay, so first of all we'll understand what are the 8 rules are available while creating or designing a database. Okay, so database model create करने के लिए we need to understand this. First one is a determine the purpose of database. We all know that database are used to store the data. So first of all we need to understand what is the purpose of database, why we need to create the database. Without any reason we cannot able to create. So for just learning purpose also we need to imagine, or we need to find out some purpose. For example, I want to create a database of student, so we need to understand why we require that student database, what is the need. So smooth functioning of college work, for that we required a student database. Okay, so in that we required a student information, in that we required a student permanent roll number, in that we required student percentage, student address, student contact number. Just before starting any project, see, we will do at the end of this part 1 we will do several designs. So among that I will show you how to create one database design. I will develop an application, I will develop one database design model. After that I will create a database, okay, by using a forward engineering technique, and afterwards I will give you a project for a group of 3 people, and you need to perform this practically. Okay, it is
सर ऑडिबल नहीं.
Is it I am audible? Now I am audible? Is it I am audible right now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what will be the last concept we talk about that? So today I have an issue of network in the morning lectures. Also I have an issue. So just ping me. Okay. So whether I am audible or not. Is it I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No issue. So अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम आता है तो let me know about that. So in the morning also थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम हो रहा था. So we'll discuss about that. Okay. So now I am audible, no issue. So what will be the last point which we are covering?
The purpose of database.
Okay, so what is the purpose of database? Just give me 1 minute. So first thing is we need to understand what is the purpose of database. For example, I want to design a database for university. I want to design a database e-commerce website. I want to design a database for employee or one of the company. So we need to think what we require, what is the purpose of that database, is there any need? If yes, then and then we can able to design. Without a reason, how we can develop that database? Without a reason, is it possible? No, it is not possible. Second, the most important point is information gathering. Okay, so find and organize the information required. While developing application, just we required an application, or we required a database for a student, we required a database for university. We know the purpose, but with that purpose we cannot able to do the database design. For that we require information. That means without information we can't do that. Okay, first we find out the purpose of that database design. Second, we need to gather that information. So find and organize the information required. That means just information find करके store करके नहीं रखना है. We need to organize that information. Why? Because according to that information we need to create some tables. Okay, for example, I want to create a database design for college. So for example, we need to identify some attributes, we need to identify some tables. First level is a conceptual level, so we'll discuss about that. So in that we need to decide how many tables we require. For example, we are developing a database for college. We require a teacher entity, we require an administrator entity, we required a student entity, we required a library entity, we required a sport entity. Okay, like that stuff. So for that we need to understand we need to gather such a type of information. After that we need to organize that information. So why we require that information? To create a table. So once we get the real information, after gathering that information, we'll organize all the documents, all the information. After that, we will create that table. So think about that. While dealing with a database, is it easy to fire a query? If you don't know about the table, if you don't know about the attribute, that means without a database design, without the concept of normalization, without the concept of relational database management system, we cannot able to understand the detailed concept of database design. So that's why I started theory first, and afterwards we will start the practical. If you know the basic fundamental, what is a primary key, what is a foreign key, what is the role of composite primary key, what is a row, what is a column, how will do the database design, what is the normalization, what is the relationship, then we can easily fire the query, we can easily store the data, because these are the structure, well, syntax. Okay, if you know the syntax, we can store the data. If you don't know the syntax, how we can store the data? So before that, doing the database management system, we need to understand the concept of database. Make a note of that. Okay, so the third point, divide that. Once we gather the information, we organize that information, divide the information into table. That means what? We find the purpose to develop or to design the database. Second, we gather the information. Afterward, we organize also that information. Third, we divide that information which gathered or organized, we divide that information into table. That means what? We need to think how many tables we required. How many tables we require. So according to that we need to create the database. Like, consider one example. You need to create the e-commerce website. So for the e-commerce, what are the entities we required? कौन से entities लगेंगे? For that we required customer. First of all, customer is required. So customer क्या करेगा? Customer will purchase the product. So for that, product entity is required, customer is required. So ये customer और ये product की information कहीं तो store करना पड़ेगा. So for that we required entity of sale, or we can say that order. So order entity we required. So like that, just we need to think. Like a programming, database design is a very good syllabus, in that we can imagine Okay, and according to that imagination, we can develop the table or databases. Okay, so the third is divide that information into table. Once we get the purpose, after that we got the information, we organize that, after that we divide that information into the table. And we will all follow this rule while developing any database design. Make a note of that. Whenever we develop the database design, we follow this rule. Fourth one, turn information items into column. What does it mean? Once we created the table, assume that e-commerce example, in that we find out some entity like customer is there, product is there, and order is there. We selected that information and will convert it into the table. So once we create the table, we need to convert that information. We got that information from the organization or from the company. Okay, so after that we need to convert that information into the entity. For example, customer is there. So for processing the e-commerce, or for example, I want to purchase some product and I want to purchase that product from the website, e-commerce website. For that, in the customer attribute, what are the attribute required? For example, customer ID required, customer name required, customer email address is required, customer contact number is required. So such a type of information we need to use. So what is that customer ID, customer name, customer address, customer email, customer mobile number? These are the attribute, and we already discussed about that. This attribute must be unique. Okay, this attribute must be unique. So turn information item into columns. Once we created the columns is nothing but attributes. Once we created the attribute, the next important part for me to specify the primary key. We all know that whenever we create the table, for one table, one primary key is allocated, but it depends on the database administrator whether he wants to use that key or he don't want to. That means it is not mandatory to use the primary key, but when we use the primary key, we get the benefit of that. Okay, for example, we reduce the redundant data and we can easily identify the rows. Okay, that means data we can easily identify. So afterwards, in each table we will decide what are the primary keys, what are the composite primary key. So what is the difference between primary key and composite primary key? Primary key will be applicable for single attribute. For example, student table is there. In that, student ID, student name, student address, and student contact number is there. So these attributes we can apply the primary key. For example, I will apply the primary key on either student ID or either student name. So on single entity, in that single entity, we can apply the primary key on one single attribute. Make a note of that. And when we think about the composite primary key attribute, we will collect 2 or 3 attributes combined, and after that we will apply the primary key, and we'll do that. Okay, while doing the practical, we can also do that. So after setting the primary key, these 2 chapters are remaining: relationship and normalization. Okay, the 6th step, set up the table relationship. In that, we can set up the relationship model, and after the setting the relationship, we will apply the concept of normalization. Make a note of that. We'll apply the concept of normalization. Okay, and after that we will refine the design. So this is the way, by using that we can create the database design. So ये दिखने में ऐसे लग रहे होंगे बहुत कम है, but while developing the application we need to think about that. So don't worry about the relationship model, don't worry about the normalization rule. Once we install the MySQL workbench, afterwards we will I will show you some demos of conceptual. Just give me 1 minute. So after after creating one conceptual view, logical view, and the concept of physical view, that means these are the levels of database design. Make a note of that. These are not types of database designs. Make a note of that. ये इंटरव्यू में क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं कि what are the types of database design. So there are no types of database design. In that there are three different levels, we can say that, or we can say that levels or layers. Okay, there are three different layers. We'll discuss about that layers also. Okay, so these are the steps we need to understand. So just I will quickly revise. First we need to define the purpose of database. After that we'll organize and gather the information. After that we'll divide that information into the table. Afterward we'll convert that information which is gathered into some columns or attributes. We'll specify the primary key or foreign key, whatever it may be. After that set up the relationship model, table relationship, and after that we'll apply the normalization rule, 1NF, either 1NF, 2NF, 3NF or BCNF, and after that refine the design. So we'll follow these steps. So now we'll discuss about the three levels of database design. That means if you know that level, then you can easily design the database. Okay, so on book we can say that, on notebook we can easily design the database design. Okay, forget about the application, forget about the software, but if you know this concept, if you know the conceptual level, if you know the logical level, if you know the physical level, you can design any database design. Okay, you can create any database design. So these are the basic concepts. See, conceptual means what? Starting level. So in some of application, the conceptual level and logical level will be treated as the same, and the physical level will be treated as a different. But I will say these three levels are different. In that section, first in the conceptual level we will decide the purpose of the database design. In that we will gather that information, and afterward we are trying to design the entity. Okay, that means once we gather the information, once we organize the information, we are trying to create the table name. The conversion or creation of table will be happen in this conceptual level. Make a note of that. Okay, so it is a very basic level. It is a very basic level. What about logical? Once we create the table, once we find out how to create the table and what are the table names we require to design the database, so afterwards what are the attributes are required, that will be happen in the logical level. Okay, for example, I want to create the student table. So for that student table, how many attributes are required? What are the attributes are required? Like student ID is there, student name is there, student address is there. So like that stuff will be done in the logical level. In the conceptual level, just we decide how many tables and what will be the tables are required, and in logical levels, what are the attributes of that table which are designed in the conceptual level will be done in the logical level. And what about the physical level? What are the attributes select in the logical level? We need to organize with data type in the physical level. Make a note of that. We'll need to organize the data attributes with data type. For example, I selected, assume that in that three section, we'll take one example. Assume that I want to create a table of college, or we can say that university. I want to create a database design for the university. In that section, going conceptual level, in that section we'll discuss only about the tables. How many tables we required, we gather that information, we organize that information, and which tables we required. For example, in university, administrative department is there, education department is there, sport department is there. Okay, so administrator, teaching, sport and education. So we can create such a type of table. University admin department, university sport department, university education department, university staff department. So in that section, in conceptual level, we can decide only table names. अब इसके अंदर हम only table names ही याद करेंगे. Second, in the logical level. In the logical level, whichever the tables are selected, we need to create the attribute for that tables. अभी उस table के लिए हमें attributes create करने हैं. Forget about the data type. We don't worry about the data type. The data type will be covered in the physical level. Okay. So what are the data types we required? Okay, we'll discuss about that. In the logical level, we need to discuss what type of attributes we required. So logical level में ये होता है. For example, sport department is there. Okay, so in that there will be attribute like the types of sport, in charge of sport, okay, mobile number of sport person, and after that different kinds of sport activities. So like that we can create the attributes for the sport. When we think about the education department, university education department, in that section we'll discuss about the types of the department. Okay, for example, engineering department is there, afterward computer engineering department is there, physics is there, applied science is there, chemistry is there, something BSc computer is there, BSc department is there. So like that department will use in the education section. So just what I mean to say, that whatever we found in the conceptual level, we need to create the attributes by using the logical level. And once the attribute is created, we will apply the data type by using physical level. For example, स्टूडेंट हमने कंसिडर कर लिया, तो स्टूडेंट के एट्रीब्यूट क्या होंगे? स्टूडेंट आईडी, स्टूडेंट नेम, स्टूडेंट एड्रेस, स्टूडेंट कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर एंड स्टूडेंट ईमेल एड्रेस. तो फिजिकल लेवल में क्या होता है? आईडी, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ आईडी इज, अज्यूम दैट आईडी का टाइप क्या होगा? इंट होगा. नेम का क्या होगा? varchar होगा या स्ट्रिंग होगा. सो डिपेंडिंग ऑन द डेटाबेस. सो varchar इज वन डेटा टाइप व्हिच इज यूज्ड टू स्टोर द स्ट्रिंग. थर्ड, ईमेल आईडी का क्या होगा? ईमेल आईडी का टेक्स्ट ही रहेगा. डेट का क्या होगा? So for example, I want to state the birth date, okay, or joining date. So for that I will use the date data type. So according to that, we need to decide what type of data is required. So what is the data type? Data type is used to identify what type of data is. So in physical level we do that. Okay, so these are the major three levels of conceptual three levels of database design. Make a note of that. And if you know these three database design, I will give you one example. Okay, मैं example भी दूंगा, but लाइव एग्जाम्पल नहीं दे सकता हूँ. जस्ट आई हैव क्रिएटेड सम डॉक्यूमेंट्स, सो आई विल गिव वन एग्जाम्पल. वंस वी कंप्लीट दिस पार्ट, सो आई विल create one database for you and just assume that how will create, how will do that. So like that stuff हम perform करेंगे. So just these are the features. So while understanding this concept, these are the three level: conceptual, logical, physical. Okay, so before starting this concept, just check the attributes. एट्रीब्यूट्स देखो. सो व्हाट आर द फीचर्स आर अवेलेबल इन दिस लेयर. ओके, थ्री लेयर्स के अंदर ये फीचर्स कौन से अवेलेबल. फर्स्ट वन है एंटिटी नेम. एंटिटी नेम इज नथिंग बट टेबल. एंटिटी नेम इज नथिंग बट टेबल. ओके, सेकंड वन इज एंटिटी रिलेशनशिप, मतलब दैट one table is communicated with another table, one table is dependent on another table. That means that type of relationship. So when we think about the e-commerce website, in that the table customer is there, order is there, and product is there, and this customer table is a relationship with what we say product table, and this customer and product table is association with order table. That means just such a type of relationship. Okay, entity relationship, that means one table relationship with another table. और ये relationship chapter पे हम cover करेंगे, don't worry about that. Okay, so just focus on the what are the attributes are available. So third one is attribute. Attribute is nothing but column name. So once we design a table name, टेबल नेम होने के बाद में हमें टेबल के अंदर डेटा स्टोर करने के लिए, और वी कैन से दैट इफ यू वांट टू क्रिएट अ स्कीमा, वी रिक्वायर अ एट्रीब्यूट. सो इन दैट सेक्शन, does it is a mandatory to create attribute? Without attribute, can I able to store the data? The answer is no. Without a schema, without attribute, we cannot able to create the table, and we cannot able to store the data. Make a note of that. That's why attributes and some other parts are required. So what are the attributes? We'll discuss about that. After that, there are the keys are available: primary key and foreign key. After that, once we created the entity like that, we will provide the table name. What are the column name? Attribute design करने के बाद में टेबल नेम क्या होगा, कॉलम नेम क्या होगा, विल डिस्कस. एंड आफ्टर दैट व्हाट विल बी द कॉलम डेटा टाइप. ओके, सो ये डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ फीचर्स आर अवेलेबल. अब इसके अंदर कंसेप्चुअल में क्या काम होता है, लॉजिकल में क्या काम होता है, एंड फिजिकल में क्या होता है, विल डिस्कस अबाउट. So in the conceptual level, that means the starting level or layer, in that just we can discuss about what are entities are used in that database design and what are the relationship. Okay, so just imagine the imagination part. Okay, so like what is the purpose of database? While gathering the information from the for gathering that information and for organizing, just we need to think that how many tables are we are creating and what is the relationship between that table. So that type of task will be covered in conception. So such a type of task will be covered in a conception. So actual work कभी नहीं होता है conceptual में, basic entity का नाम देखा जाता है and after that entity is nothing but table. So after that उसका कुछ relationship है क्या वो check किया जाता है. So when we think about the logical, in that logical, once we get the information of entity and relationship, in the logical we can decide what are the attributes are there and what are the primary keys and what are the foreign keys are there. So in the logical level we can decide primary key, foreign key, attributes. Attribute is nothing but column. In that section we can decide the column. Forget about the data type. Data type के बारे में हमें पूछना नहीं है अभी. And then the third section. In the third section, that means physical level, we can focus on the primary key, while actual implementation we can focus on the foreign key, we can focus on the table name, we can focus on the column name, and we can focus on the column data type. That means in the last level we can actually developing the database. That means we are creating the database. So ये last physical level में ही होता है. So let's take one example. See, in the concept level, for example, I want to build a database for the what we say e-commerce website. So for that, just I will check the entity name, and once we decided the entity name, we'll check the relationship. Okay, so for example, here I created the conceptual level for the e-commerce, basic e-commerce. So in that I have designed the entity name as a customer, second one is as a product, and third one is as a order. So just I have created the table name. Okay, table के name क्या हो सकते हैं? Just I am imagining. I am not created yet. Okay, so just I am imagine कर रहा हूँ मैं. So in that I have decided conceptual level में what are the entities and what is the relationship. So here I have created the relationship. Product will relationship with order, and this customer is also relationship with order. Okay. Next is the logical level. In that section, just we need to think what are the attributes we required, what are the primary keys, and what are the foreign keys. Okay, so here I did the product ID, product and customer and order. So these are the attributes we required. Which are the, for example, ID is required, name is required, description. In the product we required ID, name, description. In the customer we required first name, last name, email address. And in order we required product ID and customer ID. Okay, for example, if you require a warranty, then we'll add a warranty, purchase date, like that stuff we can imagine as per your what we say imagining power. So this is about the logical level. So इस logical level में मैंने कहीं data type select किया है क्या? In that whether I selected the attribute or column name. So just I have selected, just I checked the what are the attributes are required to develop the table. Okay, so what are the attributes? Just I am imagining what are the attributes are available for the creation of database design or creation of table. We can simply say that. Okay, the third level, in that actual implementation will be done. So third part is a physical level. In that here I have decided to use three data types, three tables: product, customer, and order. And I am trying to develop that attribute with data type. So ID with int, name with varchar, description with varchar, first name with varchar, last name with varchar, product with varchar, customer ID with varchar. If it is a date of purchase, then we'll use a date. If you want to use the what we say like another warranty part, then we will use int. So according to that we need to decide. So this is overall about the three levels of database design. So hope so you will get the knowledge of that three levels. So in that first one is a conceptual level. Just in that we'll take care of the imagination. So we'll decide whether the entity and relationship. Second one is what we say, logical layer. In that we decide the entity, relationship, primary key, foreign key, okay, like that stuff we'll discuss. And third one is a physical layer. In that actual implementation of table or actual implementation of database will be going on. Okay, so this is about the layers. So if you have any query, let me know about that. We'll discuss and we'll move for the next. So does anyone have query regarding that? At least give reply yes or no. Okay, so we can decide हमें आगे जाना है नहीं. I'm audible to all?
No, sir, no query.
Okay. So you will get that information and just trying to remember this table. ये table याद रहा ना तो अभी कभी भी आपको ना layers के बारे में कुछ problem नहीं रहेगा. So just understand this concept, these features and कैसे कौन से features में क्या work होता है. For example, conceptual में कहाँ होता है, logical में कहाँ होता है and physical में कहाँ होता है, like that. Okay, so now we need to perform the practical. Okay, so while connecting I will suggest one thing. So just follow this step and download that application. We will discuss one by one. यहाँ से मैं आगे steps installation तक पूरे बताऊंगा. But I will not perform that practical because for the installation we required 30 to we can say 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, इतना time लगता है. So and make a note of that while installing this application. Turn off your internet. Okay, just first download this and after that turn off. Okay, so download करने के पहले turn off मत करो because download नहीं होगा. So just for the installation of MySQL Workbench. अब ये MySQL क्यों लिया है? Because it is an open source. So in that open source we can able to create the ER diagram and by using that ER diagram we can create the database also. Okay, so for that purpose, installation purpose, we need to understand this installation or MySQL. Okay, so other tools are also available but they are the paid tools. Okay, so I'm using this MySQL Workbench. So first of all, visit that website. This one is a website, and download the MySQL Workbench. Okay, so I will show you the steps. So first of all, open the Google. That just type MySQL Workbench and visit first website, this MySQL Workbench, http www.mysql.com. okay, MySQL. So click on that and after that do not download this version. Okay, click on that downloads because for performing application we require two different things. We required a developer tool and we required a workbench. Okay, make a note of that. So because we need to learn two different things, part 1 and part 2. Developer tool we require to perform some select, insert, update, join, such a type of operation. And workbench is required to design the diagram, ER diagram, entity relationship diagram, or to create the database also. So we required a workbench and we required a MySQL developer tool. Okay, so for that do not download this जो previous में यहाँ option आ रहा था MySQL पे, so उसे download नहीं करना है आपको. Just I will show you. आपको इसे download नहीं करना है. Click on the downloads और मेरे पास PPT में मैंने पूरा mention करके रखा है. So click on that downloads. Once we get that information, bottom में आना है आपको and click on this MySQL Community GPL downloads. Okay, बाकी कुछ भी डाउनलोड नहीं करना है हमें. सी डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ एप्लीकेशन अवेलेबल. सी MySQL एंटरप्राइज एप्लीकेशन क्लस्टर. सो इसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं है बट हमें जो पैकेज चाहिए वो पैकेज नहीं लेते हैं. सो फॉर दैट जस्ट क्लिक ऑन द MySQL Community downloads. Click on that. After that here we get the MySQL Community server. So MySQL Workbench is there. So we'll download this MySQL Workbench. Click on that MySQL Workbench and after that here GPLI general availability is there. So in that we'll select the operating system. According to operating system, if you have a Microsoft then we'll select Microsoft. If you are Fedora, Red Hat, Ubuntu, according to that ये select करना. यहाँ 3 वर्जन्स क्यों दिखाई दे रहे हैं? Did you know about that? Because Ubuntu is a different kind of version Red Hat is a different kind of version, and Fedora is also different kind of version. In the high availability, in Ubuntu we use apt-get. In Red Hat we use M repository, and if Fedora also we use the yum repository. So that's why they given a different version. So just select the Microsoft Windows and click here to download. Okay, so before that, go to download page. First select it, and after that click on to go to download page. Okay, so in that section we get the two options. Here we get the installer, and second one we get the MSI installer. In that we get the full installation. So download this 450 MB application. So do not download installer. ये डाउनलोड इंस्टॉलर नहीं करना है. So because इसके साथ में बहुत प्रॉब्लम होते हैं. आपका इंटरनेट ऑन हुआ तो फिर ये अपडेट के लिए जाता है और so and so एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल करना बाजू में रह जाता है और दूसरे ही काम हो जाते हैं. So for that just I will suggest click on this application. Download 450 MB Windows x86 32. Okay, so ये 32 bit का आपको डाउनलोड करना है. If you have 64 bit what we say architecture, don't worry about that. We can easily install 32 bit applications also. So 64 पे हम 32 bit applications use कर सकते हैं. So download it. Okay, don't worry about that. I have a 64 bit architecture. Okay, if we have 64 bit architecture, then we can install 64 bit application software. Also we can install 32. But if we have 32 bit architecture, we cannot able to install 64 bit architecture softwares. Okay, so don't worry about that. Just download it and install it. Once you download, it requires some time. 450 MB is there. So click on the download. Download से download start नहीं हो जाता है. यहाँ आपको options आएगा, and they will ask for the login for Oracle and Oracle Web Account. Don't worry about that. Just here click on the no thanks option. No thanks, and start my download. So click on that. See, downloading start हुआ है. I already have that downloading, so I don't want to download this application. And here we get that application. Once you download, so look like ये MySQL installer दिखाई दे रहा है आपको. In that ये total size का application आपको मिल जाए. So once you download, you need to follow the certain steps. Okay, let's discuss about which are the steps. बाकी कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं आना चाहिए इसीलिए. Okay, and I will share the PPTs also, so you can watch that, and you can also watch the videos. Okay, if you require. So just click in the MySQL community. मैंने पूरे steps बताए. MySQL community पे जाना है. After that MySQL community server पे click करना है. Okay, so MySQL workbench पे भी कर सकते हो या community server पे भी कर सकते हो. So after that click on the Windows. After that download this 450 MB application. Okay, so ये 450 MB download करना है. After that click on no thanks, just start my download. So I have given these steps, मैंने बताया भी है और steps भी दिए. Okay, after that next steps के बारे में discuss करते हैं. So once make a note of that, turn on your internet while installing this application, or otherwise it will ask for the update. Okay, so internet turn off करना है. So in that they will ask about what options we required, whether we required only server, whether we required only client, whether we required full, whether we required custom. Then I will select the developer default. Okay, so what is the reason we required? Because we required a MySQL server and we required a MySQL workbench. Okay, so for developing the application we required a MySQL server, and for creating a design we required MySQL workbench. So rest of parts will not require that. So that's why I choose the default machine. So ये दोनों ही steps सही है, but आपको दिखाना चाहता था मैं कि क्या required है. Right now we required only MySQL server and we required MySQL workbench. Only two things we required. Okay, so once we click on that, click on next. After that here we get message, path options. Okay, so if we have already path, then we get some message that the selected path is already exist. But while installing the first time, they did not ask for the this error. Okay, so first click on the next. So if we required some software, then click on that. अगर इंटरनेट कनेक्ट करते हो तो ये ऑप्शंस ऐसे आते हैं. ओके, अगर आपके पास एप्लीकेशन नहीं, आपको पाइथन के कनेक्टर के लिए भी आएगा, तो जस्ट नेक्स्ट, क्लिक ऑन द नेक्स्ट, डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट, because we required only MySQL server and we required a MySQL workbench. For these two operations we did not require any application or software. So these are the options: MySQL server, MySQL workbench, MySQL shell, router, this connector, ODBC, other database connectivity, C++, JSON connector, Java, .NET, Python, documentation, all will be installed. Okay, but only we require these two types: MySQL server and workbench. Click on execute command, click on the execute, so it will try to install that. Okay, so it took some 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, so अभी ये PPT में है, इसके लिए मैंने शॉर्ट में दिखाया आपको, but while installing that application it took some times. So after that so click on the next. Once we install, कलर भी चेंज हो जाता है. Right now when we trying to install, we get such a type of message, and when we install successfully, we take the we see this checkbox. Okay, so ये checkbox मिलता है, don't worry. Okay, so that means what, हमारा successful installation हुआ है. So click on the next. After that they ask for the configuration, product configuration, click on the next. So developer do not change anything, कुछ भी change नहीं करना. जहाँ change करना है मैंने mention किया है color से. Okay, so do not change anything. यहाँ डेवलपर कंप्यूटर ही होना चाहिए. Okay, डेवलपमेंट कंप्यूटर ही होना चाहिए. डोंट वरी, दिस इज द बाय डिफॉल्ट पोर्ट नंबर ऑफ व्हाट वी से MySQL, अगर आपको याद होगा तो. सो 3306. अगर आपने JDBC या जावा डेटाबेस मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, इन दैट अगर आपने जावा कनेक्ट किया होगा MySQL के साथ में, तो आपको ये पोर्ट नंबर लगेगा. बाय यूजिंग ड्राइवर 4, देयर आर 4 टाइप्स ऑफ ड्राइवर. ओके, first one is the type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. So pure Java driver is a type 4. So by using that driver we can connect, and for that we require username, password and this port number to access. मतलब if you want to create, if you want to retrieve the data, if you want to create the table, if you want to insert the table, so हम कोडिंग से भी डेटाबेस बना सकते हैं. हम कोडिंग से भी टेबल बना सकते हैं, हम कोडिंग से ही डेटा इंसर्ट कर सकते हैं. So such a type of thing, if you know about that. Okay, Java database connectivity, JDBC. So click on the next. Authentication required, use first part as it is. Click on the next. In that section you need to enter the password. Okay, so right now while learning phase, अब छोटा पासवर्ड रखना. आदमी भूल गए तो फिर पूरा अनइंस्टॉल करना पड़ता है. Okay, so यहाँ पासवर्ड्स लिखो, and these rules are there. User account, for the security purpose they create the users, and by using that users we can able to access the SQL, MySQL. Okay, but right now for demo purpose we did not create the users, and we did not assign their roles, we did not provide the host also. Okay, so we forget about that right now, because we are trying to install the workbench and we are trying to perform the operation. But ये कंपनी में करने के टाइम पे आपको यहाँ पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन देना पड़ता है. who is the user, what is the role of that user. In that section you need to provide the username and password. Okay, so after that do not change anything, use as it is. MySQL वगैरह सर्विसेज जो भी, it will be treated as your MySQL 80 service. port number 80 is required for that, and it will start your service. Okay, अगर ये MySQL की सर्विस टॉप होती है तो हम MySQL एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते. Okay, make a note of that. और इसका डेमो भी दिखाऊंगा मैं. Apply the configuration, click on the execute. Apply the configuration, finish, next. MySQL server, just test करना है पेज. So connect to the server. Here we need to use the root password, user and password as it is, and we need to click on the check button. When we need to click on the check button, we get the message connect success. That means we have successfully connected. Okay, so once we connected, we need to apply the rules and finish. Installation complete. So ये दोनों की चेक बॉक्स ऑन होते हैं, तो शेल का चेक बॉक्स अनचेक करना है ओनली. So in that MySQL शेल ओपन हो जाएगा. Just start MySQL workbench, और workbench look like this. So ऐसा workbench दिखाई देगा, automatically open हो जाएगा. So this one is your local instance, and when we click on that instance, it will ask for the password. Okay, जो हमने set किया है. Click on that instance, click on that root. So it will ask for the password, and once we created OK and save the password. Right now for trial purpose we will save the password also. And so once we save the password, we get this window. And this is about your MySQL workbench. In that certain tables, server status, everything will be available. In the administration there is a different part, and in the schema we get the databases. Okay, so I will show you workbench. Okay, so this is what MySQL workbench is there. So this is we required to design the databases. So click on that. So it will not ask for the password. Why? Because मैंने password save करके रखा है. Directly workbench open हो जाएगा. So don't worry about that. Okay. So edit connection. Don't worry. Click on the open. So see directly open हो गया है. So अगर password save नहीं है तो it will ask for the password. Okay. See. There are two different parts. Administrator is there and schema is there. Okay, so here is the schema and this one is the administrator. Forget about that administrator, we don't want to involve in that administration. Click on that schema. So these are the databases that are available: Shakila, Word and Sys. Okay, these are the predefined databases that are available. In that a certain amount of tables also are available. See, when we click on the tables, we get the list of tables. Okay, in that city is there, city table is there, country there, and country language. See, if you want to use that, so I will give some demo. So for that, just I will use the database called as a world. Now world is selected. Select. Just I will show you demo. Select all from what do we say, the table name called as city. Execute it. See, name, country code, district, population. Kabul is there, Kandahar, and lots of city names are there. So these are the country code, district, थोड़ा सा इसे so यहाँ आपको क्यूरी एंटर करना है. If you want to check the content of country, these are the countries. Okay, so like that we can able to perform the operations. So we have these options. Okay, so we have these databases and we can perform. So like that we can create our own database. So before that, first we need to create the model. So first of all, we select the model, click on the new model. हमें diagram create करना है, and in that section we'll add the diagram, and according to diagram our database will be created. So click on that. So this one is a ER diagram, and here we will draw the diagram. For example, see like that, this table name is there. Again I want to use this another table. Again I will use another table. For example, e-commerce website. So click on that table name, property, सब change हो जाता है, and these are the relationship: 1 to 1, 1 to many, 1 to 1, 1 to many, many to 1, 1 to many, like that stuff. So ये relationship models है, ये हम use करते हैं. Okay, so we'll discuss how to use, कैसे करना है, क्या करना है, like that. Don't worry about that. But हमें ऐसा ही design कर create करके हम इसे perform करना है. Okay, so once we created this diagram in the model, and we are easy to understand this concept. Okay, so this is about what MySQL workbench. So today itself it is a mandatory to all student to what to install the Microsoft Workbench. Okay, it is a mandatory for all students. So right now if I have any query, let me know, we'll discuss. Okay, so I'm closing this, I'm stopping the recording.